Hi, and welcome to another episode of AdTastic. I'm Tony Stanall, and today we welcome a friend and former colleague, David Ludewig, the CEO of Media Safari. Welcome, David.
Hey, Tony, good to see you.
Now, you have an illustrious media background, and you're doing something a little bit different now, maybe filling a niche. Tell us about that journey.
I was trained as a media director in New York and then moved out in that role to Los Angeles a number of years ago. Within a year, the agency closed its doors, and the clients asked me to put up a shingle and keep doing what I was doing for them. So I became a reluctant entrepreneur. I've owned an agency for the better part of almost 30 years now. And we seem to do best when there's a lot of change going on in the industry, and we kind of fill in the gaps.
And so you're not doing the classic traditional media director type work of a media agency these days. Media Safari does things a little bit differently, correct?
Yeah, that's right. I mean, there's 1,000 agencies, that do the spots and dots and planning and so on, and we can't compete on that level. For a period of about 10 years, the Media Safari was a rep firm for a number of different specialized agencies. So we got to know people in the search business really well. We got to know people in the social media agency world really well, as well as buying firms, buyers, and creative boutiques. So we were repping them, got to know those guys real well, and then the pandemic kind of hit us, and it turns out we're perfectly situated, to embrace work from home. We don't waste time training junior people because I've got access to, real pros wherever I need them. And it turns out we have a friendly way of, we're not competing with other agencies, and we just kind of fill in the gaps and we fit in. We fill in as needed.
And so what do you tell people when they say, what do you do, David?
Yeah, it's real difficult. It's usually a longer conversation than that, Tony. My wife tells me that when I meet people, at cocktail parties, I should just say I own an ad agency, and that'll make sense.
Mm-hmm.
But people like you and people in the business, we're doing mostly traditional buying and planning. We're doing we're doing a lot of programmatic stuff. Our biggest clients are social media agencies. So we've got one, really, really exciting, dynamic agency partner, and they know what they're good at. They're great at social media. I'm not great at social media. They're great at social media. And so they want to stay in their lane, and they just totally own it. But they got some clients. They have some wonderful clients, but they had clients who did some research and said, people don't make large investments based on necessarily on just what they saw on TikTok. It influences them, but it doesn't necessarily close the deal. And amazingly, research will show that people base decisions based on, they trust things that they see on television, linear television. They trust things that they see out of home. So what's great is a former client of mine who now works with a social media agency brought us in. We don't need, Media Safari is not a brand that anybody knows, nor do they need to. Long ago, my ego was involved that I had to have, expensive offices and, how about everybody know who we were. At this point in my career, I don't care if nobody knows what I am. We're just excited about doing the work. And it's really great to work with these partners that are so good at what they do So we get out of the way for that, but we're able to, take care of some of these messy things, and they can manage the client and so on. It's been great. It's been really, really satisfying.
Fantastic. Well, great catching up with you, David. Thanks for joining us today.
Always a pleasure to see you.
And thank you for joining us on this episode of AdTastic. You could find out more about David Ludewig at dailyadbrief.com. See you next time.
Simplify presents Addressable CTV, combining the power of TV with the targeting and attribution of digital. Simplify's Addressable CTV delivers massive reach with the ability to scale without sacrificing precision. TV buyers can generate incremental reach with household-level targeting, frequency controls, reporting, and insights. To learn more about Simplify's Addressable CTV and what it can do for your clients, visit simply.fi.